For the first couple of years after the storm, but especially those first few months, I would drive around the city and I would see all of the faces of Hispanic workers on all of the rooftops of the city. Everybody went running out of the city for their lives with Katrina. You know, the first responders came in, the police, firemen, whatever, and then all the Hispanic workers poured in. These Hispanic workers, or I should say Latino because we had Brazilians here as well, they are phenomenal builders. And they stood this city up, and brick by brick, they rebuilt our homes, our schools, our offices, our churches. They lived in bombed-out buildings. They suffered immense sacrifice to be here. And there was a lot of abuse toward these workers. And my heart went out to them, and I would drive around the city, and I'd find them up on these rooftops, and I'd say, are you being paid, number one? Are you being treated well? Where are you staying? Do you need anything? This is my phone number. If you are not being treated well or not being paid, call me. There are things that we can try to do to help you. Sometimes I'd bring them cases of water because it would be so hot in August and September, and they'd be cleaning out these houses, and they didn't have proper protective gear. There wasn't electricity. A lot of times there wasn't any running water. And they just made a huge sacrifice. I say, were it not for them, would be living in boxes under a bridge. I salute them. I'm indebted to them every day and grateful for what they did. And I'm glad that I could do something to try to advocate for them and speak up for them and help them.
10 years later, what do you think the environment looks like for Latino businesses in Louisiana?
Businesses are opening at a very, very fast rate. It's alarming in a good way. You drive down the street one week and you drive down the same street the next week and you see a new business. You know, when an immigrant population comes into an area, the first thing that you're going to find is food, because they miss the food and the fragrances and the smells and the customs of that food from home, the soft drinks from home, the fruit juices from home. So the first thing you get are the grocery stores. And then you start seeing the little restaurants because they want to go out to eat and have something familiar that reminds them of home. And then they bring their music, they have their festivals. But then after that, you start seeing more businesses that serve that tier of businesses. So you start seeing accounting offices and tax preparation offices and dentists and lawyers. And now you can turn on almost any TV station and see lawyers, and at the bottom, se habla español. But the sad truth is we are not a bilingual city. We are far from a bilingual city in New Orleans still. The organization that I work for, we actually formed the first bilingual workforce training program in the state of Louisiana. And to this day, it's still the only bilingual workforce training program. We've put well over 1,500 people through it and placed them in full-time employment, something I'm very proud of. I feel like this city was like our child, our family member. It was on its knees, barely breathing. How could you walk away and not stay to do your part, however small or large it might be, to help stand her back up again and breathe life back into her and let her know she was loved?